Mr. Chesney does not think females can be wizards. Her hands moved on to a mighty stack of parchments with large red seals dangling off them. "This," she said, "is from the kings. Every monarch in the world has written to me at least once, protesting at what the Tors do to their kingdoms. It is probably only necessary to quote from one. King Luther, perhaps you would care to give us the gist of the letter I receive from you once a month."
"Yes, I would," said King Luther. He leant forward and gripped the table with powerful blue-knuckled hands. "My kingdom is being ravaged," he said. "I have been selected as evil king 15 times in the last 20 years, with the result that I have a Tor through once a week, invading my court and trying to kill me or my courtiers. My wife has left me and taken the children with her for safety. The towns and countryside are being devastated. If the army of the Dark Lord doesn't march through and sack my city, then the forces of good do it next time. I admit I'm being paid quite well for this, but the money I earn is so urgently needed to repair the capital for the next Pilgrim Party that there is almost none to spare for helping the farmers. They grow hardly anything these days. You must be aware, High Chancellor." Querida's hand went to the next pile, which was of paper in various shapes and sizes.
"I am aware, thank you, Your Majesty. These letters are a selection of those I get from farmers and ordinary citizens. They all state that with magical weather conditions, armies marching over crops, soldiers rustling cattle, fires set by Dark Lord's minions and other hazards, they are likely to starve for the foreseeable future." She picked up another smallish pile of paper. "Almost the only people who seem to be prospering are the innkeepers, and they complain that the lack of barley is making it hard to brew sufficient ale."
"My heart bleeds," King Luther said sourly. "Where would we be if a pilgrim party arrived at an inn with no beer?" "Mr. Chesney would not be pleased," murmured a high priest. "May the gods defend us, and preserve us from that." "Chesney's only a man," muttered the delegate from the Thieves' Guild.
"Don't let him hear you say that,"
Barnabas said warningly.
"Of course he's only a man," snapped Querida. "He just happens to be the most powerful man in the world, and I've taken steps to ensure that he cannot hear us inside this council chamber. Now, may I go on? Thank you. We are being pressured to find a solution by several bodies. Here," she picked up a large and beautifully lettered parchment with paintings in the margins, "is an ultimatum from Bardic College. They say that Mr. Chesney and his agents appear to regard all bards with the Tors as expendable. Rather than lose any more promising musicians, they say here they are refusing to take part in any tours this year unless we can guarantee the safety of—" "But we can't," protested a wizard 2 places down from Barnabas. "True," said Querida. "I fear the bards are going to have to explain themselves to Mr. Chesney. I also have here similar but more moderate letters from the seers and the healers. The seers complain that they have to foresee imaginary events, and that this is against the articles of their guild. And the healers, like the wizards, complain of chronic overwork. At least they only threaten not to work this year. And here," she lifted up a small, ragged pile of paper, "here are letters from the mercenary captains. Most of them say that replacements to manpower, equipment, and armor cost them more than the fees they earn from the pilgrim parties, and this one on top from Black Gauntlet, I think the man's name is, also very feelingly